All right, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tacos in Europa. I am Jorge,
My name's Fikret.
and we're here to talk about the game that we just witnessed. Mexico, Jamaica, 3-0 victory against the Reggae Boys, ENG. What did you see this game?
What did I see? I saw a very dominant Mexico, a very one-dimensional Jamaica, and in general, just Jimmy Lozano taking over completely of the game and basically having probably the most boring match of all the Gold Cup. Is that right?
This is the game that I was looking forward to the most. I was hoping we would see Jamaica at some point in this competition, and then we saw them, and it just wasn't what I was expecting. An amazing team. I think being headlined by a coach that maybe doesn't know exactly how to position them or how to play them on the field, but I mean, I'll take the 3-0 win any day. I'm happy with it, but I do wish it would have been a little more entertaining, because this Jamaica team, like name by name, it's star-studded. It looks great.
Yeah, especially on the front, because the back always not great.
as we saw today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, like those 3 goals come from Henry Martin, Luis Chavez, and Piojo Alvarado, who comes in from the bench for another good game. That's 2 in a row now. Yeah, man. Like, tell me something that you saw. That's something you like, something positive.
The biggest positive, I think it's Henry Martin had a really, really nice game.
Yeah,
he was playing almost as a midfielder. That's how low he was playing, and he just was creating a lot of space with his position.
It's just crazy to me, man, because you have like Erling Haaland, who couldn't against Real Madrid. You have Karim Benzema, who couldn't play well against Manchester City. But you know who played well against both of them, man? Henry La Bomba Martin, bro. He scored on both of them, and he showed us right now, like, hey, I'm the one that should be in Europe. And he scores his goal. And it's all jokes. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I've liked Henry Martin. I don't really like him as a player. I don't like him over Santi. Obviously, I've stated that before.
Yeah.
But early goal, very good composure, very good shot, and he did look better than Santi, at least today.
Yeah, he created a lot. If you see his touches in this game, he was really I don't know, he was in the 40s, around 40 touches for a striker. That's really high, especially for a team like Mexico that doesn't create that much.
I think he's probably he was averaging like 20-ish for the Gold Cup, and right now he just completely destroyed that with this game alone.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
What did you see that you liked in this game, especially?
The whole defensive scheme, not just the center backs, but just in general, we were winning so many second balls the whole game that I think that's what kept us just in the game, really just being able to control the game, being able to kind of push Jamaica back a little bit by getting back on the counter as soon as we got possession. So I really, really enjoyed the way that we kind of shut them down when they were attacking. Great game from the defense.
We're saying the whole defense, but it was really the fullbacks were really secure. Jorge Sanchez had a really weird game because I kind of like him better this game than the last, where I felt he was really insecure on when fighting for a ball, because I felt if he loses this ball, we're in trouble. And I never felt that in this game. But yet, his numbers tell completely a different story, because he lost a lot of duels in this game. But those duels were further up the pitch, because Jamaica was playing the counter and really, really, really long balls to Antonio and Gray. And therefore, the duels Sanchez was losing weren't dangerous, That's why it felt less dangerous for
less
Mexico.
Dramatic than the other games.
Yeah.
It honestly surprised me too. I kind of just I didn't even see him in the game. Sometimes you see him by how much he messes up, or not to be rude or mean or anything, but you see him by how much he could have done better. And right now, I was like, oh, I forgot about him. I was like, okay, he's just doing his thing. And I look at the numbers. He has 4 out of 13 duels only, and I didn't notice that. Like watching the game, I didn't notice that. So
because those duels were fighting for aerials or stuff that, but in the other side of the field, off the pitch.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of the opposite of what I felt in the game before, like you said. So
Yeah.
I mean, okay game for him, but I understand why you have like a bad rating on some of the applications. But other than that, what about our midfield, man? Who's your favorite midfielder today?
Where especially this day was kind of interesting because Edson was not gonna play. Neither as a center back nor midfielder. And we had Romo, Chavez, and Sanchez again. And I thought they were pretty solid. I like Sanchez running everything that the other players won't run, even though he, again, being as short as he is, he can't fight for many balls because, well, he's not gonna jump like 7 foot in the air to win against a Jamaican. But also, there's something interesting happening when you play Romo and Chavez together, because with Sanchez, they kind of rotate. I don't know if you realize that, because they sometimes were playing as a pivot and 2A, and sometimes they were playing as a double pivot and a 10. With Sanchez being the one dropping off or changing, and the whole setup was really fluid, with Antuna changing wings, with Orbelin as well. It was
a couple times.
They were changing up a lot. I think the work Lozano is doing is starting to show. Like the little tactical setups changing depending on the state of the game. I like that. And we haven't talked about it, but Chavez scored banger of a goal, like the World Cup goal again.
Beautiful goal. After Henry Martin's goal, that was the 2-0 that we were able to see on the board. And from a free kick, it's just he was due, man. He was due, because I think he has like 10 shots in the whole tournament right now, I think, from far away. So he was due one, man. Like he gets to score those every once in a while. So I'm happy for him. It was a great game. And honestly, it does make me a little scared for Edson Alvarez, because as a big fan of him, like I just don't know how you fit him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about that because you sent a text about this. Why are we playing so much better with Edson? And I think the thing is, when you put Edson in, you need to have 2 fast players and 2 creative players. So if you put in Chavez can be creative, but it's not really offensive. So you're putting a lot of pressure on the other midfielder, and we don't have that kind of fast, creative midfielder. So I think that's the thing that we lack when we play Edson. But you put Romo, and Romo is a little more creative. He can go off the field. He can go into the ball. He can set up next to the center backs to make the La Volteana.
Romo's heat map is nice, man. He's got the whole midfield, both sides of it. Yeah, it's just looking impressive, man. So that's why, we still haven't seen a midfield of Edson, Sanchez, and Chavez. So that still hasn't been tried yet. But it's like, Romo's not playing bad enough for you to take him out, Yeah. And on the contrary, Edson, when he plays, he hasn't been good enough to say like he has to be in the line.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a slump.
Yeah.
But I think we can say that.
So it's definitely a difficult situation. But anything else you got to say about this game, Ike? 3-0?
Another thing, Gallardo had a great game.
Gallardo MVP?
I don't know if MVP, but he had a really nice game.
He has some crazy numbers.
I know the numbers fell because he had an assist, a beautiful assist.
4 key passes.
The Alvarado goal. But still, I really like him. I think Henry Martin did more.
Henry Martin?
I feel like, that's not the numbers talking, just the feeling I get with this.
Yeah, with the eye test.
Yeah, the idea, I stuck in all game fighting for balls and just winning the ball enough that Mexico was never like in doubt of the control of the game. But could you didn't like? I think that's more interesting.
I was gonna say nobody, but to be honest with you, man, I didn't like Antuna. Like, I don't know how he lasted 72 minutes.
No, he didn't do anything. Mexico was not playing the wings.
Yeah,
Was playing very centrally. Very
Yeah.
centrally. It was really interesting.
yeah. So I don't know how he lasted 72 minutes, and then like I said, Alvarado came in, and then he's doing his thing. You know, like besides the goal, like he was moving the ball. You know, he had a cross put in too. Like you
Yeah.
know, like dude,
No,
like,
he was really he was playing like with Chivas. You know, he's not a pure winger as Antuna. So when he plays, he tries to internalize the ball, and that's where he tries to distribute it.
yeah,
So I feel if Lozano can read that, he can really extract value from Alvarado. He knows he's good with these like long balls, going into the space to the wings and sometimes into the striker. Something we don't really have on the main lineup, you know, on the first 11. So Alvarado can be a really nice change on the setup.
yeah. I hope that he does maybe get a start in the final. I don't know if he's gonna move it because it's the
No,
final,
I
and he already
think
has his 11
no.
set up. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see a couple changes here. But I mean, Harry Martin scored his goal. I think he's gonna start. The midfield did great. I think they're gonna start. The fullbacks we don't have anymore, so they're gonna start. The center backs are gonna stay. And Orbelin has been doing pretty decent.
The only change you're gonna see on the final is gonna be either Sanchez for going out for Edson,
Yeah,
or maybe, and I don't really see it, Santi for him.
nah, with his goal, I don't think so.
don't-
Man. With the goal,
Man.
yeah, nah,
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
yeah, because like you said, like it is kind of like clicking now. It's clicking.
Yeah,
So I think maybe the Henry Martin bet is kind of paying his due right now at the end. We'll see in
Yeah,
the final.
that-
We'll see in the final for sure. But
he gives you more ball control. That's the stuff.
yeah. But all right, I think you got a couple things there on the gossip column, as we like to call it.
Yeah, we have a little bit of like a wish fulfillment that we had. We didn't know we had these wishes, and kind of a monkey spa situation.
Yeah,
where,
man.
we wanted Mexicans to go to Europe, and kind of happening, and it's kind of sad at the same time because Rodolfo Pizarro is signing with AEK Athens
Yep.
with Pelu Almeida and Alvaro Redding. I mean, sure,
I'll
we
take.
wanted Mexicans in Europe, but that's the Mexican going to Europe.
I'll
I'm
take
talking
it.
about.
I'll take
I'm
it, but
talking
like
about-
actually Pizarro, like I liked this game before everything, before the drama, before like he started coming down. Like I was a fan, man. So maybe
Yeah,
if he brings
I
him
really
back,
like him on the Gold Cup on the 19.
yeah,
I thought he was nice in that Gold Cup, but who knows? Well, talking about older players going to Europe, Nestor Araujo from America is being asked about by some Spanish teams and Athens as well. That is trying to get, I mean, all the discounted Mexicans they can, I guess.
yeah.
I mean, sure.
Like
whatever.
whatever. I'm not saying they're good for the national team or whatever, but like if
But
they're over there and
Good
they're-
for them.
yeah,
Good for
yeah,
them.
good for them, and we're gonna cover them.
Yeah.
If they're in Europe, we're gonna be
Yeah.
there, man. We're gonna be there.
And then talking about like younger players that won't come to Mexico, neither Wique for America, neither Dupuy to Juarez
Mhm.
is going to happen.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
we were saying it was looking like very likely. Well, it fell out, both of them. So I don't know what's going to happen to both.
I'm glad for the
Well,
Wiga one, not so much for the
Yeah, I
for
think
the
Dupuy
Dupuy
was
one.
was
that one was good.
was a good change for him to go get, even though Juarez might be a little too much for him.
Yeah, the
And-
project was interesting, but I mean, it would have helped our early 23 lineup for strikers.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
And finally, Cesar Montes seems like won't be able to get to Mallorca. Espanyol is asking too much money, and Mallorca is not looking likely to get the funds.
So for now,
Yeah, they were saying like Brentford was asking for him, and Premier League money is here.
yeah,
But who knows? I would really like him on the Premier League, even though I would prefer he went to oh fuck, I forgot the name of this. No, Nottingham Forest was asking for him here. But some Premier League team. Anyway.
yeah. So I mean, that's how it is right now. We still have about like a month and a half from the window, so we still got time to see some things. It's not completely over yet. There's a couple of the younger kids that has been like looking like it, but we still gotta wait a little bit more. But other than that, guys, I believe that is all we have for today. Thank you guys for listening for this episode, the review of the 3-0 win against Jamaica. I am Jorge.
Man, is that yet?
We will see you guys for the final versus Panama rematch of the third match from the Nations League. See you guys there.
See you. Valieron verga los gringos.